we're going to continue the if I only could keep one fragrance theme going. That seems to be going pretty well and you guys are enjoying that. If you are, make sure you comment another house you'd like me to cover. Today we're going over Parfums de Marly. So if I could only keep one, Carlisle would be the only one I keep. And again, this wasn't too hard of a choice for me because I adore this fragrance and it's one of the few that actually really stand out from the line and just fit my personal vibe. This fragrance does so much. It's timeless, it's classic, it's masculine again, and it's fairly unique. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Currently, this is available as a 125 milliliter bottle for $460 retail. It is available on discounters. If I can find one, I will link it below. You can use it, but no pressure. This has gone up in price so much. Whenever I got into fragrance and I got my first bottle, this was retailing for around $350. So that's a huge price increase, but we're moving past that. The perfumer for this, I had no idea until recently that Quentin Bish did this. I am so thrilled about that because this is far out of his normal DNA. He did a phenomenal job with this fragrance. I had no idea. Incredible. In terms of scent profile, to my nose, this is a Oriental Amber Vanilla fragrance. I know some people consider this floral, and this is even fringe gourmand in an aspect. With that, let's go ahead and dive into the notes. The top, the heart, and the base are all magnificent. They all play together. It is a fairly linear scent overall. It is just a simple unraveling. Like you get all of it up front and then it eventually will fade away just into the base. It doesn't change too much, but this is one of those fragrances I'm really okay with it. The top notes are going to include green apple, nutmeg, and saffron. The green apple note is beautiful here. It's the same exact green apple note you find in Leighton. There is a similarity in the two fragrances. This is like Leighton mature, we'll say, or like the granddad of Leighton, in my opinion. The nutmeg is actually a bit of a sweeter spice in this. It presents itself warm, not dry and culinary, but just adding this sweet spiciness to it. And the saffron is subtle. It's there, but it's subtle. It's nice. You get just a little bit of this red spiciness. It's not even leathery here, but it's there. And you can also smell the patchouli right away. And you can smell some of the apopanax right away. That lasts, honestly, enough time. You'll smell it intensely, and you won't even notice when it has started to fade away. It's actually a very nice progression of notes in this. I'm very pleased with that. The heart is very nice. You're going to get tonka bean, osmanthus, rose, and davana. The tonka bean is not as strong as you would think. It is there. It is kind of vanilla, kind of drier, presents itself more hay-like, kind of spicy cinnamon-esque. It pairs really well with that nutmeg, with that saffron in the opening, kind of continuing those notes, those smells, those scents. The rose, to me, I have never actually smelled rose in this. I think it's very subtle. I think it adds a little bit of roundness. I think it helps color the fragrance, adding a little bit of fruitiness, this red fruit, kind of vibe. The osmanthus and the davana, very key notes here. Again, they're not super prevalent. You're not smelling this white floral note from osmanthus, but what you are getting are the sweet elements of it. I often talk about how osmanthus is one of my favorite floral notes because it is. It's a very complex, sweeter, and kind of intoxicating style floral note. It is sweet with like honey, tea-like qualities, apricot. You get those things in there. And when you pair it with something like davana, which is also a sweeter, greener kind of note, it's sticky sweet, giving more apricot-y kind of things, kind of honey-like things. These two are gorgeous, especially you've paired it with tonka. It's like Quentin knows what he was doing. Props there. The base is vanilla, patchouli, and apopanax. And this makes me feel like this fragrance is a very base heavy fragrance. I think it's definitely going to be one that's a pyramid. There's a lot of vanilla at play in this fragrance. There's a lot of patchouli at play in this fragrance. And there's a lot of Apopanax at play. You all probably know what patchouli smells like at this point. This fragrance is patchouli dominant. It's a very dark green, earthy. In this fragrance, it goes a little bit chocolatey. You get a hint of that mintiness that patchouli can give, but to me, this one is richer, sweeter, mellower, drier, earthier. The vanilla is very smooth in this. It's not outright a vanilla fragrance, but it is enough to give ambery qualities paired with the Apopanax. Now, Apopanax is a gorgeous resin. It is very ambery, it is balsamic, but it produces caramel tones and also some vanilla style tones. It has even a little bit of a booziness on its own. It's a gorgeous resin, and I think that it's brilliant that he used this in this blend. The overall blend of this, like I've already said, it is kind of reminiscent of Layton. I think it fits perfectly in the Parfums de Marly lineup. It has the DNA, but this one is rich, it's warm, it's woody, it's sweet, it's even got a subtle amount of smokiness. Huge compliment factor on this one, and it's even liked by younger kids. I was recently at our local mall smelling through this with, you know, some kids that were there smelling stuff, and this was one of the ones that they gravitated towards, which I was so impressed by. It's a phenomenal fragrance, incredibly versatile. All that said, if you guys have enjoyed the review up to this point and you enjoy this kind of content, would you consider hitting the like button and join the community by hitting the red subscribe button? With that, we'll go ahead and dive into the questions. Is this one original? Absolutely. There's nothing on the market. Okay, never mind, I lied. This does bear a little bit of resemblance to Red Tobacco. I don't remember which one came out first, but this is far and above better than Red Tobacco. And of course, there are other fragrances that have started to pick up this DNA over time. This has been around for a long time. Now, in terms of the audience, this is unisex leaning masculine. This could be worn by a woman. No problems there, but I think it's oriented towards a man. In terms of the age group, I do think this is a bit more mature of a fragrance. I'm going to put this at 25 and up. But like I've said, younger kids have, appreciated this. And I think a younger kid could absolutely wear this. In terms of the seasons, ideally, this is suited for fall and winter, but I wore it in spring, and you could wear it at night during the summer. So it has year-round versatility as long as you are adjusting sprays appropriately, as long as you're not overspraying and you're wearing it in the appropriate setting, which let's talk about that. Occasions, you could wear this as a signature scent. It is a bit warm for a signature. If you do, just dial back a little bit, especially if you're wearing it to like the office or so. But this makes for an excellent night out fragrance, a leisurely wear fragrance, a date night fragrance. I personally would not wear this to the gym or when I'm being active or anything, but that's my taste. Now, let's talk about the performance. The longevity. On my bottle, I do have an older bottle. It is very good. I get 8 to 10 hours longevity. Honestly, I'll probably get upwards of 12, to be completely honest. If you get this on clothes, it sticks around for a hot minute. The projection is very good. To me, it's strong to medium. It sticks around and it will continue to project, and you'll catch whiffs of it, wafts of it, whatever the word is, throughout the day, throughout the wearing. It just doesn't really go away, and it likes to keep pushing and giving you treats here and there. Let's talk about sprays. This one, I think you're really comfortable 3 to 5. It is plenty strong, and it does get to be a bit heavy if you overspray it. 3 to 5, I think, is an incredibly comfortable range of sprays. And now let's get to that final rating. I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. I think this is absolutely exceptional. One of the best that Parfums de Marly has ever put out. I don't know if it is the best. No, it is. It is the best fragrance that they've ever put out. To me, this was my #1 fragrance when I did my Parfums de Marly ranking video. And many people would agree with that. If you agree with that, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would also love to know, what is the one Parfums de Marly fragrance you would keep from the lineup if you could only keep one? If you enjoyed the video, like I said, please consider hitting the like button, join the community by hitting the red subscribe button, and folks, see you in the next one. Peace.